Alright, hey guys, we're almost done. This is part 2 of fixing my my old Acer Aspire. Right now, I'm trying to clone the drives. If it doesn't clone, then we'll have to add a part 3. Um, Actually no, we'll need part 4 because I'm not upgrading the RAM. I'll upgrade the RAM once the prices get stable again. So anyway. What we're focusing on today is the CPU. I cleaned off all the old dirty thermal paste, and I'm going to be replacing it with some thermal pads. So yeah. I just hope the thermal pads are not too sticky, because I'm doing this with bare hands. I barely have any experience in how to do this. So that's why I'm making it right now. Didn't place it, I don't think I placed it the right way, but it's covering the CPU, so that should be fine. I'm gonna wait for it to stick on completely. Everything, like the thermal pads or a charger or something like that, it's from Amazon. So yeah. Alright, I'm back. And looks like the thermal pad must have sticked onto the thing. So we're gonna be peeling off the other side of the plastic. Good news is cloning is finished. I just hope nothing went wrong. So we're gonna be screwing the heatsink back onto the motherboard. Alright. The heatsink is successfully sitting on the motherboard. Now, I don't think there's anything else to do, so we're gonna immediately mount everything back onto the laptop. Alright guys, I got some of the important stuff back in, like the Wi-Fi card and the motherboard. Now, let's put in other things. CD drive. So that I could have access to public media. Sorry, physical media. So before that, I'm gonna put the hard drive into the metal guard. Right here. This is the new hard drive. The old one was, you could see that in the previous video, but I recommend you don't watch the previous one because it'll take up just too much of your time. So, we'll just put it in here. But that's going to be kind of hard because it's hard to fit these in again. Fit these back in again. There it goes, it fit in. Now we're going to be sliding it back in. So now the SSD upgrade has been complete. We're going to screw the hard drive back on. But I think I might have lost some screws. That's okay. Because it's screwing back in. No. Now this computer will not have slow boot times. I was really excited, but I found out that things were going to get painful. Now before putting the palm rest back, I'm going to plug everything back in. Now I just don't understand how to fully plug this in. There we go. The screen is plugged back in. The fan. Oh no, the fan. Where is it supposed to be plugged back in? Yep. Let's plug back in. Now that we got the fan plugged in, let's plug the power switch back on. Oh, but wait, I have to remove the drive to make things easier. Just don't remember where it was plugged. Okay, it was plugged into there. Alright, that went back in easily. Came out easily. Alright, got the power button. No, that's not a power button. That's the that's the wire to the charging port right there. Anyways, let's now put the CD drive back. And we're gonna try to make things a little quicker. So, we shouldn't forget to plug in the daughter board and the speakers. Or else how am I gonna hear things? Like the notifications and stuff. And I want to keep this series a 3-part series, but for now this is the second part and it'll take a while for the third part because I want this thing to work. I want to know this is working before doing the RAM upgrade. This thing takes DDR3. There's no such thing as old DDR4. I believe the wire is supposed to be back there, like that, so that it won't get smashed by the palm rest. There we go. Nothing else is needed. By the way, I'm taking this daughter board out and throwing it away because there are a bunch of bugs on it and I lost the lock to the connector on it, so yeah. I don't need that daughter board. Okay, anyways, I'm going to be screwing on everything. The battery lock is permanently unlocked. Let's just make sure that everything is tight and reinforced. Something just fell out. Oh, I think I didn't screw something in properly. Already dealt too much while repairing this. Alright. I'm closing that and now I'm putting the battery in. So, yeah, there's the battery. Okay, great. Now how should I put it in there? There it goes. Slid in. And everything should be fine now. I brought this new charger for it. See that box right there? That's where the charger is. I ordered it from Amazon. It's unbranded. Even the thermal pads weren't branded, so I kind of feel cooked. But anyways, we're unboxing the charger. We're gonna quickly set it up. I just hope my device won't burn down because of this charger. Alright, there's a power supply. Looks just like the old one. The old one I broke foolishly, thinking that I could use it to power something else. But anyways, plug that in. Alright, this charger is ready to go. Oh, and before we charge the thing, I'm gonna make sure that it will fit in. Alright, it's fitting in perfectly. It's just that the port is kind of loose, which is not good. Guys! It's charging! Oh my god! No way, it's charging. After so much torment and... wait, it's flashing. That's not good. I think I need to start it up. It's a fan. The fan is running. The fan is running, surprisingly. And the processor doesn't seem to be overheating. So I have to know what that flashing light means. Alright guys, so the last thing we're gonna do is swap out the SSD because I didn't clone everything correctly. So okay, it's powering on. It's powering on. Build. But I'm gonna do a part 3, and if the device still doesn't work after that, I'm done, bro. This thing's going in the trash. Alright guys, so the problem wasn't the failed cloning process. It could be contributing to the problem, but that wasn't the main problem. The reason why the computer wasn't starting up properly is because the RAM went bad. I saw some burn marks, but I thought that was nothing. It was something. The RAM actually went bad. The reason why the RAM went bad is because this device was stored in the garage for almost more than 3 years, and the power in the motherboard was not discharged properly. But little did I know about computers back then, so because of that, that power started going bad, and then it ruined the RAM. So that's what happened. And then the reason why that light was flashing was because the battery went bad. It was not charging. Whenever I unplugged it from the device from the charger, it would power off. So yeah, that was the issue. Bye guys. Part 3 will happen because I know the problem. I'm not giving up just yet.